WrestleMania. All in.
Tony, for governor! We outside! Bing bong! We couldn't do this without
Vince McMahon.
Psych!
Wembley.
Baby, we're taking it all the way!
CM Punk.
We have
The Elite.
It was rough shit, but we have
All In. Wrestling.
Israel for once, baby! Let's go!
WrestleMania.
We're beating that shit, baby! We're beating that shit! You're next!
Fake record.
You're fucking next! Tell me this,
Cody.
Don't you regret not coming to Hey! Don't you regret not coming to This place is a dump! I'm never coming back here ever again! Suck my dick!
Vince McMahon.
Suck my dick! Fuck!
Triple H.
You already know! Bing bong! Bing bong! Real talk, I'm from
London.
And you know what?
Triple H.
The fucking bitch! Fuck
The Fed.
Bing bang!
Tiger style.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Oh, say less.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
We replacing
WrestleMania.
with
All In.
Tony for governor! We outside! Bing bong!
Tiger style.
We couldn't do this without
Vince McMahon.
Psych!
Wembley.
Baby, we're taking it all the way!
CM Punk.
We have
The Elite.
It was rough shit, but we have
All In. Wrestling.
Israel for once, baby! Let's go!
WrestleMania.
We're beating that shit, baby! We're beating that shit! You're next!
Fake record.
You're fucking next! Tell me this,
Cody.
Don't you regret not coming to Hey! Don't you regret not coming to This place is a dump! I'm never coming back here ever again! Suck my dick!
Vince McMahon.
Suck my dick! Fuck!
Triple H.
You already know! Bing bong!
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, all right? Make sure you log it in and you remember to check out my good friends over at the Broken Table Podcast live on YouTube. These are some of my good friends. They have some of the best topics going on. They're talking about a lot of good things. And also, they like to put over the Prince Nana dance. Hey, I swerve and I drive. I swerve and I drive. Hey. Don't forget, tune in, log on to the Broken Tables Podcast live on YouTube, my friends.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Broken Tables Podcast. Once again, it goes to the single screen instead of our double screen with Rome, but there he is. Here, as always, with our co-host, King Rome. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing all right. I'm very excited. Very excited, but all right.
Yeah, me too, actually. I can't wait for tomorrow. How the Phillies doing there?
The game's still early, but it's 0-0.
Forgot to put my hat on. Looked like I just rolled out of bed. Yeah, we got a stacked All In tomorrow, man. I can't wait for that show. We're going to do a predictions here. Let's head on over to fallscountanywhere.com. If you have not done this, please join fallscountanywhere.com. Let me see. So fallscountanywhere.com, they have, there we go. They have every wrestling event, even some of the indies. I mean, I wouldn't say every, like they're not going to have all the little local shows, but for the most part, if it's a major indie event or something above that, they have all of those to do these pick'ems. I've already joined up here ready to go. And Rome, the first match they got going is the mixed tag team match. Tomohiro Ishii and Willow versus Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. Who you got in this one? I'm going to give you first pick for tonight.
So I think this one might surprise people, but I do think Statlander and Stokely are going to come away with it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I see that as well. Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid pick, to be honest.
I think you're going to see some shenanigans. I mean, I think the two of them being Willow and Statlander, I think you're going to see them at All Out for the CMLL Women's Championship that Willow has. In which case, at that point, I'm picking Willow to win that match. So I think it just makes a lot of sense here. Stat already beat Willow once in the Eliminator match. Let Stat pick up another win here, I'd say. It'll probably be.
I agree.
I think this match is going to be fun. You're going to see Ishii kind of hunt down Stokely Hathaway. You think we're going to have a really good time with this match, actually. But I think in the end, it's going to probably be Stat pinning Willow or something like that.
Yep, I completely agree. What's up to the chat as well? Welcome, everybody. The next match we have is the Casino Gauntlet match for the AEW World Championship #1 contender. There's Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, Evil Uno, Kyle O'Reilly. It says Roosh there next to Kyle O'Reilly's name. I'm wondering if they meant to have him as his own entry. I think they may have. Pac, Konosuke Takeshita, Kazuchika Okada, Roderick Strong, Hangman Adam Page, Jeff Jarrett, Hologram, Brian Cage, John Moxley. Wait, Moxley was added to that?
I didn't know that. That's news to me.
I haven't even seen... Okay, maybe they're thinking that they're gonna... These are people that could be the Joker. Okay. Moxley, Ricochet is there as well, so it's probably who you think could be the Joker or something.
So
like
there's no Joker. It's the Casino Gauntlet match, not the Casino Battle Royal.
So isn't there some sort of like a wild card or something?
No. So the way that the Casino Gauntlet match works, just to remind everybody, including Grandpa Jeff, is that the two participants will start every, I think it's 60 seconds. A new competitor will come out to the rings, similar to the Royal Rumble rules. Now, here's where this match is unique. It is a gauntlet match, and the match ends like any regular match would by pinfall or submission. The match can end at any time. So it's actually kind of like a reverse Royal Rumble for those who want to kind of get into the headspace of, like, in the kayfabe, what a wrestler would want to do. If you are in this match, you want to be one of the first two because there's a chance the match could end before you even get out there.
Gotcha.
And so, like, that's why a couple weeks ago they had that three-way dance to determine the #1 entrant. Normally that'd be something, if it was the Royal Rumble, it's something you don't want. Like, you're vying for the number 30 entrant. In this kind of match, you want to be #1 or 2 because that means you have the best chance to succeed, because if you can put your opponent away before that first guy comes out, then you can win.
Yeah. So do you think this is where Ricochet shows up for All In? I'm wondering if they use him during the MJF Will Ospreay segment instead.
So I think there's two. I mean, they could go either way with it. My thought process is something in my gut tells me that I don't know if Ricochet is going to talk to Will right away. I know obviously that's the match. Like, everybody, like, they were talking and all this or whatever. Like, that's obviously the money match. But if they're saving that for maybe, I would assume you'd save that. That sounds like a really good match. Save it for a big show. I mean, this is the big show, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to have them confront each other now and do a bill? I mean, I know All Out's in 2 weeks, but I don't know.
I'm going to go with Hangman. Kind of a safe pick here.
Yeah, absolutely. Hangman's winning this match. Hangman Adam Page is going to win this match. Like, you are out of your mind if you're, like, I get it. It's like, this is going to be a really stacked match. Like, I do think we see some debuts here. I don't know if it's going to be Lashley. I don't know if it's going to be Ricochet. I don't know if it's going to be both. I do think we're going to. I do think we're going to see at least one of those two, possibly both of those two. Who knows? Maybe they even bring in. Like, we know that they're doing the Hurt Syndicate. Like, they've registered the name. It's going to be a thing. I do feel very strongly that they're going to be in AEW. So maybe Shelton Benjamin shows up in the gauntlet as well. I don't know. I think that would be actually a really cool way to do it. Is you have Shelton Benjamin come out, and then a few guys later you have Lashley come out with MVP as his manager. That's how I would do it. Personally. So I think you're going to see that. You might see both of those guys, or all three of those guys, however you want to put it, debut in this match.
I forgot about Lashley tonight. Oh, damn.
All we know is that it's going to be a very stacked gauntlet match. That's what we know. Tony Khan, when he booked this match, all the reports were saying that, like, hey, like, they're loading this one up. Like, anyone that, like, isn't on the card that's, like, a big star is going to be in this match, which is why you see Hangman Cassidy. They're assuming John Moxley, and that's a safe assumption. I think that would be a really cool way to kind of get John back on TV, is have him come into the match. Like, yeah, load this up, man. Like, if you're going to do this, load it up. I would like for them to do a women's match. Now, they did say that they're going to be announcing 0-hour matches tonight on Collision. So, the 0 hour is 2 hours long. I really want to see a women's gauntlet match. I think that there's too many talented women that are not on the card tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to get them on, do a gauntlet match. But we'll see if they do it.
Yep, we'll see. Next up, the FTW Championship, Chris Jericho versus Hook. I mean, Hook's got to get this belt back, right? We got to end this Chris Jericho charade here.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. I'm picking Hook. Look, I'm sure this is going to be an FTW Championship match, so like it is going to have the benefit of being like a no disqualification match. We already know that, and you know what? Like, look, I get it. I'm sure this is going to be good, but god damn it, Chris Jericho's got to lose. Jericho's performing with Fozzy, which I like Fozzy, but it's just like it just kind of feeds further into like the Chris Jericho fatigue, where it's like I just don't have any interest in anything Chris Jericho does, and it's not even a point of hatred at this point. It's a point of apathy, where I just have nothing to say.
Just like we said, though, it's not the fact that we don't like think Chris Jericho is good in the ring. Every match he has is fantastic. It's just oversaturated. It's like a song that's been played too many times on the radio. In the 5 years of Chris Jericho being in AEW, I don't know if we've had a break longer than 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
What's up? Charlie says, my question is, if Danielson is winning the title, why would Hangman win the gauntlet? You know, I was thinking that as well, Charlie. That is a good question.
I mean, I can answer that. So, here's the thing. Hangman Adam Page just fucking hates Swerve Strickland. It is his life's mission right now. I don't know if... I was in the bathroom, I guess, during the stream on Wednesday. I missed Hangman destroying Evil Uno, right?
Yeah.
I watched it on Twitter after. But, like, man, like, this man will do whatever it takes. He will hurt all of his friends, current or former, to make sure Swerve stays away from the title. So here's the reason why Hangman wants to win the gauntlet match, even if Danielson wins. Because if Danielson wins, we know Swerve is going to try to get his belt back. So if you're Hangman Adam Page and you know what Swerve wants, wouldn't you want to get it for yourself so that way you could keep it away from Swerve personally? That's the reasoning. Hangman just wants Hangman doesn't just want the world title for himself anymore. He wants the world title so Swerve can't have it. That's why he wants it. That's his motivation in the storyline, in the kayfabe. And it's just like,
makes sense.
I get it, right? But I do think that's the direction that they're going to go. I think Hangman's going to win the gauntlet match. I don't know. I mean, Swerve might win the title back from Danielson. That's a possibility.
So, here's where I think it could go. So, you know how there's always a rematch clause, usually, right?
Yeah.
So, we could have Swerve being like, I'm exercising my rematch clause, and Hangman could be like, no, you're fucking not. I'm the number one contender, bitch. You know what I mean? And, like, then they might have to actually battle it out to face Danielson.
Right. Again, there's a lot of ways you could go with it.
Yeah.
And, I get it. We think Danielson's going to pretty much hold the title. I mean, if he wins. I do think he's winning. Spoiler. But
yeah, we'll get there.
But I think if Danielson wins, he probably drops the belt at Wrestle Dream in Tacoma in October. And I think the vibe is he'd probably drop it to someone who's like a West Coast wrestler. But more on that later.
He's got to drop it back to Swerve. Tacoma. So Seattle and Tacoma are like connected. You know what I mean? So they call it like the SeaTac area. So Seattle is basically, Tacoma is basically his hometown as well. So
I'm also going to hit you with a little bit of a out of left field. Again, I know we're kind of getting off topic, but I'm going to hit you with an out of left field prediction here. I think there's a good chance that Darby Allin might be the one to beat Danielson for the title.
Wow. Isn't Darby feuding with Jack right now? Yeah.
Right now he is, but October is like 2 months away.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Just think about it, you know?
All right, next up, we've got the tag team three-way match. We've got the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus FTR or the Acclaimed. I think I'm going to go with the Acclaimed here.
Kyle Schwarber has scored. It is 1-0 Phillies.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Acclaimed here. I think it's time to try to build these guys back up. They were back in the day, so yeah, I think it's time.
I mean, I've been saying it week in and week out. I think the Acclaimed had a very, very cold first half of this year. I think leading it like up to June, I don't think that they were really doing much good work at that point. I mean, they were doing the thing where Max, like, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but like Max was choking on his raps. Like the vibe was just really off for them, which is really disheartening considering how high they were in 2022 and 2023. That being said, I think everything, Blood and Guts, the build to Blood and Guts and on, the Acclaimed have just been incredible. I think that they've been doing excellent work. I know that like a lot of people don't like Max Caster. I totally get it. But as a tag team unit, I stand by. I think that they work really well. They're one of the biggest success stories of AEW homegrown talent. Obviously, FTR beat the Bucks last year. And if this was straight up Bucks versus FTR, I would definitely go Bucks. But I think at this point, the Bucks aren't defending the titles much, and that can be through kayfabe, and that's fine. But I would definitely give the belts to the Acclaimed here. I think out of the three teams, they're the hottest team going out of these three. I think you need to really kind of rebuild your tag division up. When you put the belts on the Bucks, storyline reason or not, they don't defend the belts, and so the division is kind of stagnant right now. I mean, obviously the trios and the women's is made up for that. Both are doing really well. But that doesn't mean that you can't have all three divisions firing on, cylinders. I'm not even going to say all cylinders, just firing on cylinders. So I would get the belts on the Acclaimed and try to get the tag titles or tag division back up, Yeah,
I agree. All right, next up is the London Ladders match, the AEW World Trios Championships, the Patriarchy versus the House of Black versus the Bang Bang Gang versus the Blackpool Combat Club. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of them in there. Let's see here. Patriarchy, House of Black, Bang Bang Gang.
Oh, is that a
spoiler? I don't know.
That is
Blackpool
a Collision
Combat Club
spoiler.
and
Wow. Collision spoiler. Oh, man.
Oh, is it?
Because we're determining the fourth team tonight on Collision.
It must be.
Whoops.
Womp womp.
All right. Because they taped Collision on Wednesday. This is a taped show we're going into tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Womp
womp. Womp womp indeed. Now, I will say this. It is an interesting combination of the Blackpool Combat Club where it's not the Blackpool Combat Club fully. I think it's Yuta, Claudio, and Pac, I think.
Yeah, it says Blackpool Combat Club and Pac.
Yeah, which is a very interesting pairing. And also, why isn't Moxley going to be at it? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with the House of Black on this one. They usually don't lose these big championship matches.
So, yeah, I think it's a real toss-up, to be honest. And I think that's a really good thing to have with a ladder match is when it's kind of a toss-up. You don't know who's going to win. I think it's going to be a very, very good match. I'm going to go House of Black as well, though. I think that they've got to give it to them. I really feel like they've really turned it around after the whole contract tampering thing. I think Malachi's done really well. Brody's obviously dope. Buddy's re-signed. I don't know if Malachi's going to re-sign or not. At this point, though, it doesn't really matter. I will make a prediction here.
Well, real quick with Malachi, did you see Liv Morgan absolutely destroying his wife on Twitter, Zelina Vega?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't pay much.
Oh man, so Zelina might be out of there. We'll see.
We'll see. So I'll say this. I'm going to make a prediction here because I think that this All In is going to be monumental in a lot of ways because I think we see the announcement of the TV deal at All In. Mm-hmm. I think we get a lot of debuts and a lot of returns, and I stand by that. I think Julia Hart shows up here in this match, and that's why.
Oh, wow.
And that's why House of Black wins. And that's not a prediction, folks. That's a spoiler.
I like it. All right, next up, singles AEW TBS Championship, Mercedes Moné versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Why didn't my button work? That sucks. Yeah, Moné versus Britt Baker. Who you got?
Look, I think that this has been a really, really well-told story, well-booked story all the way through. I just can't see Mercedes losing this match. I would be like, I get it. You kind of want to like build up your homegrown talent. And obviously, Britt, for a time, really carried the division, right? And Britt is another one of those big success stories in AEW where, you know, people forget, but when AEW started, Britt Baker was not very good. Like, I know we like to, you know, some people revisionist history. Yes, she was the first woman signed with the company, but she was not very good when this company started. She has worked her ass off to get to a point where she is very good. And so, like, I can understand and respect them wanting to build her up here, but I just think Mercedes is too hot right now. I think the heel act it really just feels like it's getting started. I don't feel like we've gone as far as we could yet with that.
Yeah,
And also, again, this isn't really going to be a prediction about a debut or anything, or a return, but I do think that Mercedes gets some outside help possibly here that doesn't include Camille. We know that she's building this faction. Maybe one of the Renegades show up to help her.
Ooh, I love the Renegades. Let's go. That would be sick.
Which is weird because, correct me if I'm mistaken, are both the Renegades still with the company? Because I feel like every time it's always Robin that gets the matches on Rampage and stuff. I haven't seen
one of them. I believe one of them was injured. Like, she was able to be around, but not actually participate.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that would be a sick stable. Oh my goodness! Because those two, when they're dressed up and, you know, dressed to kill, they look amazing.
Yeah. So again, like, I don't think it counts as like a return or a debut because it's like Robin just wrestled on Rampage like last week. But like, that's another little prediction I'm putting in here. You know, is that like I think we get some more help from Mercedes. She's gonna start building up this like really unbeatable faction, and it's gonna be Robin Renegade or both of the Renegades.
All right, let's go next up. The coffin match for the AEW TNT Championship: Jack Perry versus Darby Allin. And this is a coffin match. Rome, what do you think about my prediction for a glass coffin, man?
I don't think that they could handle a glass coffin. I think it'd be too fragile.
I think that would be the point, actually.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, you can't have an ending to the match. You put the guy in the casket, and the casket, like, or coffin, would collapse.
See,
this
I can just imagine.
Sorry, go ahead.
Darby going through it.
This is a toss-up, and also kind of like what I predicted earlier. Is like, well, maybe Darby will be the one to dethrone Danielson, but I don't know, because it's like Jack just redid the belt. And so, like, I don't know if he's going to drop it here. But, like, Darby's never lost a coffin match. Like, that's his match. It's kind of like the Undertaker and casket matches. Like, how many of those did Taker lose? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're right.
I don't think Taker really ever lost a coffin match. Someone could correct me.
No, he did not.
And I'm not saying buried alive matches. Because Taker lost, like, all of those because I guess that's just his thing because he's the Undertaker. But, like, Taker never lost, like, a casket match, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Again, someone can fact check me, correct me. I may be wrong, but I don't think he ever did. And I feel like they would keep this alive with Darby because Darby's never lost a coffin match, as far as I know. So
the belt fits Darby too, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, right. No, I'm totally for this being Darby's match, where like Darby wins these matches, because then a couple, you know, you go on long enough, you can start like making a big deal out of it. Like Darby's never lost one of these. He's like 20-0 in coffin matches. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. You naturally build it up, and Darby's young enough where you can continue to make that like a thing. But I don't know. Like, it just seems the easy answer is it feels like Darby wins here, but I just don't know if it's too soon for Jack to lose.
I am going with Darby.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
So next up is a singles match: the AEW American Championship, MJF versus Will Ospreay. I gotta go with Will Ospreay on this one. You gotta give it to the home crowd. You know, I just feel like you got to.
Yeah, I do. I think I can't see MJF winning this match. I'll be shocked if MJF wins this match. I think Ospreay's gonna murder him and hit him with the Tiger Driver and just fucking kill him.
Yeah, especially after Danielson was like, "Do it."
Yeah, just do it, man.
Do it.
Kill him.
That was
murder him.
That was such a great segment.
Break
Danielson only had to say 2 fucking words. All right, next up, singles match: AEW Women's World Championship, Toni Storm versus Mariah May. Who you got?
I think people are going to be upset about this, or maybe they won't. But I think it's time for Mariah. This has been one of the better stories told in company history, which is really funny considering the guy that you hate is the guy that booked it.
Yeah,
it's RJ City. But they're going to have a segment tonight. and that it looks like it's going to be really good. And I just think that Mariah May is going to win and beat Tony. Because like the thing is, like if Tony beats Mariah, I don't know where Tony Storm goes from here. Whereas with Mariah, like
Right.
I think it's time for Mariah to win, because I do think we see Jamie Hayter return here.
I hope so.
And again, like I'm not trying to overdo it, like where it's like, wow, like every match, I feel like I have a prediction of like a return or a debut, but it's like they have a lot of exciting things coming in, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Jamie Hayter's been out for a while dealing with the injuries. I mean, it's Wembley, it's London, you know,
That's what I was saying earlier.
Like, I just think if you're not going to do some sort of special women's gauntlet match, like you're going to get her on the card here. And I think it would make a lot of sense for Jamie Hayter, who did not lose the title. I don't believe. Did she lose or did she surrender it? She surrendered it, right?
Yeah, she surrendered it, didn't she?
I think she did.
Or no, wait, I think she dropped it. She had a quick match, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, you're right. We were there, I think, in Full Gear. She dropped it real quick. Regardless, she's due to get a rematch. So it would make a lot of sense for Mariah to win and a babyface Jamie Hayter to come in and say, like, I'm your first opponent. I think that would be a great match, and I would do it, man. I would really do it. So we'll see what happens. But I think Mariah May wins, and we see Jamie Hayter return afterwards.
All right, next up, title versus career match for the AEW World Championship or Bryan Danielson's career. Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson. I think we've talked about this one a lot. Going with Bryan Danielson. He's got to win this one. It's just, he deserves it. It's what should happen here.
I mean, look, like with Bryan Danielson, I'm gonna start by saying that like I absolutely have a fucking agenda here. What? What? Oh yeah, go. Yeah. I have an agenda here, and it is the Bryan Danielson needs to win the world fucking title agenda. This man is, regardless of who your favorite is, or my favorite is, or our favorite is, Bryan Danielson is the greatest pro wrestler of all time, and he will go down as such. The man has gone to every company he's gone to, regardless of style. He's gotten over and he's made a name for himself. He climbed to the top of sports entertainment and won their top prize at their biggest show, and he's going to do the same for AEW and pro wrestling. He's going to go into the biggest pro wrestling show, and he's going to climb the mountain, win the most prestigious title. Maybe not prestigious because AEW is only 5 years old. But you know what I'm saying. The top prize in professional wrestling. And, like, he just deserves it. And, like, it's going to be a really fun 2 months, man. Like, could Swerve win? Absolutely. Because Danielson is a very selfless man. This man would love to go in there and slip on a banana peel and take the L, right? But, like, I just can't. I can't see Danielson not winning this match. I need it like I need oxygen. That's all I'll say.
Right. All right, I'm just running through how these matches finish. You don't have to. We don't have enough time for a bunch of input on these. I'm just gonna, just choosing pinfall or submission here. MJF, Will Ospreay, pinfall. Tony Storm, Mariah May, pinfall. I don't see too many submissions happening. I think Danielson submits Strickland though. I don't know.
Blue Psycho knee. Absolutely Blue Psycho knee.
Yeah, that's what he hit him with the other night. Yeah.
It would be really savage, but I would totally support it if like Swerve or Hangman shows up and just beats the fuck out of Swerve, and that's how Danielson wins. Like, like Danielson doesn't want to win the title, so it's just like, all right, fine. We'll have Hangman go out there and just beat the shit out of Swerve until it's over.
Starting it. Let me finish off these questions here. Jeez. How many Swerve stomps? Oh, Danielson's taking a couple of those. Blue Psycho needs a couple of those. Oh, they got a question here. Does Kenny Omega show up?
I don't think Kenny Omega shows up yet.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach about that, and I think Kenny said he's scheduled for next year, early next year. So,
No, he could be working you, but yeah, you never know.
yeah. All right, picks are in. Make sure you hit save down at the bottom. Let's go. Still 1-0.
Yeah, they're the offense is clicking right now though, but yeah, switching over to Collision at the moment.
Why has it disappeared off my screen? All right, Collision, let's go. What up, Mickey? Dude, I got this new obsession with this espresso machine Curly bought.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was at oh god, I have this freaking show going. One time I was at with Curly's son Aaron, and he ordered this thing called an affogato.
Yeah.
And it's a scoop of vanilla ice cream with a shot of espresso poured over it.
Yep.
And it just makes like a nice little Italian dessert, and it was amazing. So since Curly had this machine, nobody used it, and I was like, I am gonna make myself one of these. And now I'm like obsessed with it. It's so good. I love this hall that they're performing in. I don't know if I said it enough times on Wednesday, but man, this place is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yo, and there's something about Wednesday night that I actually didn't realize until I was on the old Twitter there. So Will Ospreay getting that applause and cheers the way he was, he's an Englishman.
Yeah.
Okay. That was in Wales. They absolutely hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
But because of how big of a deal MJF is with, or, you know, how good he's doing with his character, with his heel work, they cheered Ospreay tremendously. So, like, that was wild.
Right.
People were like, nobody's giving this enough credit as an Englishman, and I was like, oh wow, you're right. Did nothing wrong. What? What the? Why is this guy on commentary?
I don't know, Jeff. When I get there, I'll let you know.
All right, let me go backwards here then.
The Undisputed Kingdom did nothing wrong. They've done plenty wrong.
Did it say undisputed? I thought it said United Kingdom.
I think it's on. I mean, maybe. I don't know, actually. Ishii's on fucking commentary. This guy's not going to say
That's what I was saying.
word.
What the hell? He's not going to say a word.
That's amazing. That's hilarious.
All right, where are you at?
Roddy's on camera. All three guys are on the apron.
Tell me when Orange Cassidy's putting on his elbow pad.
Okay. He's putting it on.
Alright. Roderick's kneeling in the
Yep,
ring.
the lights, yes.
Assume the position.
I'm gonna be so tired tonight, Jeff. So I had work this morning at 5:30.
Oh, jeez.
And one of my closer didn't show up. So I'm actually, when we're done here, I have to go back in at 11.
Oh,
Yeah, until 1. I'm gonna be fucking dead.
11 to 1. Oh, man.
Yep.
Holy.
Luckily, I mean, I didn't know it at the time, but luckily I took like a 40-minute nap when around like 2 o'clock. But like, I'm even like feeling it right now. So
They're like, this motherfucker took a 2-week vacation. We'll show him.
yeah, right. Well, number one, I didn't take a 2-week vacation.
What was it, 1 week?
It was 1 week, but like, I took a week off, but then like my day off for the previous week was the day before my vacation type thing. So it was more like a 9 or 10 day vacation. But like,
Hey, I wasn't giving you shit. I take 2-week vacations.
no, I know. Well, I only get I don't want to say only because like that sounds really pretentious. I get 3 paid weeks a year.
Okay.
So I took one. I usually take one my birthday week, which is like first week of April, and then I don't usually do a summer one, just because it's like there's so much shit going on in the summer. It's hard for me to get out. But like this year I was like, you know what, we're gonna go out of town, we're gonna leave, we're gonna take a nice trip, and we did. It was great. And then I'll probably do one in like
Sometimes
October.
you just got to.
Yeah, and then I'll probably do my third week in like October or November. Usually just because I actually like taking my vacations around then, because like there's all the games out that I want to play, there's football going on, there's just so much stuff for me to fill my free time with that I just stay home for a week and fucking just try to enjoy as much as I can.
There's somebody in the audience with Darby's horrible jacket.
Oh god.
Why?
Oh god.
Why?
Oh god.
And Darby's new shirt is hot pink too. I was like, man, they're leaning into it. Fuck.
So other things about tomorrow that we might see, I mean, like, I know it was speculated in the chat, but like maybe Adam Cole's ready to come back. We can finally get this Undisputed Kingdom storyline going, whatever they're doing, I don't know, but like maybe Adam Cole will be back and that'll be cool.
Oh wow, he could cost MJF the championship.
That's a possibility, actually. That's a real possibility. Another prediction, I think we see Michael Oku from Rev Pro. I think he's going to sign with AEW. I think there's a lot of talk of that going on. I think you might see him at the Gauntlet match. He did a dark match before Dynamite. So yeah, I mean, again, I think it's just going to be a really exciting show tomorrow. What?
Adam Cole and Ricochet had an amazing run in NXT. Do you think we could get Adam Cole returning and interrupting that match somehow, and Ricochet returning to stop him?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe they don't run that back so quickly. That would be like too quick.
I think there's just so many moving parts at All In, and like there's again, I don't want to like make a bunch of predictions and then like not all of them happen, because I don't think all of them will happen. But like, there's a lot of things coming in. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's just kind of enjoy it. I mean, I think they might even save some of these things that we're predicting here for like the Dynamite after. Like they do that from time to time. Yeah. So it's like, who knows? Like, maybe,
that was badass.
Maybe Lashley will not be on All In because he'll be on the Dynamite after All In. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I get some sleep tonight. But I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm very excited for tomorrow. I'm gonna be tired today, so I can be excited tomorrow. It's great. I can't wait.
This is a good match. Did you see that spot where Roddy fucking threw Orange Cassidy into Mike Bennett and he freaking DDT'd him?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Thoughts
on Daniel Garcia?
I don't
know, to be honest. I haven't heard anything of you.
I mean, there was just a lot of speculation of whether he was going to sign with WWE or re-sign with AEW. His contract's not up yet, from what I recall. I personally think I think that the wrestlers that are more suited for WWE usually will sign with WWE here, and I think the wrestlers that are honestly more suited for AEW at this point are going to sign with AEW. And when I say that, I also, like, the reason I say that is because I think Daniel Garcia is much more suited to AEW than he is WWE. I think that Daniel Garcia is going to re-sign with AEW. I mean, you look at the guys that WWE has gotten that they didn't get from AEW, or like the over AEW, is like, it's like, okay, well, like Ethan Page signed with WWE, and I said that as soon as he debuted there, it's like Ethan Page is going to do very well in WWE. It is a very his style kind of thing, right? Yep. And like Cody's going to do great in WWE because you know what, like Cody's style really gels with that audience, right?
What up, AJ?
What up, AJ? Like on the flip side, Will Ospreay, that like. Would he have done great in WWE? Yeah, probably, maybe. Like he's amazing. He would have done the best that he could do. But like he fits in AEW, and he's going to be in AEW.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Jeff Jarrett versus Arya Davari. Oh my God, what a throwback tonight! Wow.
Yeah, and I heard the crowd was going bananas for that match too. So
it's totally crazy that like Vince McMahon had Arya Davari playing as a manager, but it turns out he was like a way better wrestler than the guy he was managing. What was the guy's name? Muhammad Hassan. They had Davari just being like a manager. I don't know. It's silly, but anyways, I think that like That's why I think Daniel Garcia will resign with AEW, not because of some sort of like AEW good, WWE bad. Which
Oh my
is,
God,
it-
what a
wow, yeah, that was
psycho.
great. Which is factual. But like I think Garcia will sign where he's better suited. The only wrestler that signed with, in my opinion, signed with the wrong promotion is Andrade. I think Andrade is way more suited to AEW style. I think he was
Yeah.
on a great tear in AEW.
Where's he even been? Has he even been on?
I think
They gave him that speed championship, and I haven't seen him
he's
again.
their Twitter champion, I think.
Oh God.
Oh, good. Chokeslam that geek Mark Briscoe onto the chair that he brought into the ring.
How you kick out of that, man?
Let me picture in picture. But yeah, so like that's why I think my thoughts on Garcia is Garcia's great. I don't think we're going to see him on tomorrow. I don't think we're going to see him tomorrow, but I do think we see him down the line.
Yeah. So like, I always have a question when we hear about people who are on the when they're on the fence. Are they going to sign with WWE, or are they going to come back to AEW, or vice versa? I always have a question I ask myself, and I'm like, is it this person's dream to be in WWE? And I know it's really tough to know that about a lot of people, but, you know, some of them have made it clear back in the day or something like that. So, like, that would be a big question I would want to know for Daniel Garcia. Like, is it one of his dreams to be in WWE? And if it is, then I think we might actually see him go over there. But if not, if he's happy in AEW and it's not, like, a dream of his to be in the WWE, I think it's pretty safe to say he's going to stay. That's pretty much where I would be at.
This may be an unpopular opinion, but I'm actually going to push back and disagree with you slightly. I think that because of the landscape of pro wrestling, I think most people that aspired to be pro wrestlers, it was their dream to main event a WrestleMania and to be the WWE World Champion. I think that there are probably plenty of people that are on the
That's a good
AEW
point.
roster whose dream that was. So I get I get your point. And, like you're,
No, I see what you're saying too. That's a
like
good
you got to
point.
keep in mind, like it's the same thing of like oh man, like growing up, like you love baseball, you would love to win the World Series. It's just like
Yeah.
for better or worse, for 40 years, because it's been 40 years, like WrestleMania was the pinnacle. Luckily, you know, now there's an alternative where it's not the only big show, right? It's like AEW has brought all in to Wembley, and next year they're going to be in Texas, and it is now their WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it's just like now maybe the future generation will be like, oh, well, maybe my dream wasn't to go to WrestleMania, but my dream was to go to All In. Like you might see that in the next generation of guys, right? But like this generation like grew up, you know, they're all, you know, between your age and my age, they're all about between our ages, you know what I mean? And like we both grew up watching every WrestleMania, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Like again, we're not gonna be disingenuous. As much as I hate the company, I'm not gonna be disingenuous and act like I didn't watch every WrestleMania that I, you know, for like 15 years or however long I was a fan. You know what I mean? Like WrestleMania 19 through like something in the 30s. You know, like I was there. I watched each and every one of them. So it's like, yeah, no, these wrestlers, they grew up with that dream.
That's true. That's what. Yeah. That's true.
But that's why like it's understanding for Daniel Garcia to be torn about it. Like I mean, it's understandable. I mean, like look, like at the end of the day, like they're making big decisions. It's just like another like an athlete signing with a sports team, right? It's just like I'm sure that like maybe there might be some sort of motive there that makes the decision easier, but like, you know, the Eagles signed Saquon Barkley, but guess what? Saquon Barkley was talking to two other teams when the Giants didn't want to re-sign him. He was talking to the Texans, he was talking to the Bears. The Eagles I think it was the Bears. The Eagles was his best situation. It made a lot of sense for him.
God, the Bears.
I think it was the Bears. It wasn't the Bears?
I'm just saying. Oh my God, the Bears. Like, ugh,
Oh, yeah. The Bears.
the Bears.
The Bears. But no, I mean, it's just like it's understandable for him to have that dream and for him to at least listen to the offer. Like I said, Triple H is going to do everything he can to put AEW under. He's going to try and sign all the talent that he can, even if he doesn't have plans for them. And so I'm sure he's offering Daniel Garcia good money, and so you know it makes sense for Garcia to at least listen to the offer. I hope he doesn't do it. I want him in AEW, but that's just the facts.
Hi, AJ.
Hello.
Not sure if you heard the first time. This match needs to Hurry up.
This is going a little long, and again, to be fair, maybe I'm slightly tired at the moment, but I mean, it's only been 15 minutes. It's only been 15 minutes, to be fair. It just feels like it's been longer.
It's just full of a bunch of guys that I don't want more than 15 minutes of.
Yeah, outside of Orange Cassidy, like, I don't really have any interest. I like a lot of the guys in this match. Like, I do think Roddy is incredible. I know Roddy doesn't click for you. Kyle O'Reilly's incredible.
He's fantastic in the ring. I just don't like his character.
Yeah, it's fair.
Or the whole kingdom.
Oh, yeah, well, the Undisputed Kingdom's terrible.
Boo. Froggy Bow. And what does he do?
Hey!
He does just a regular elbow. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a regular elbow, but yeah. That was a very, he literally jumped off and landed on his feet and did an elbow.
Yeah. It's just as regular as it can be, I guess.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Oh, God. Thought he was going over into that lady's lap. Oh, damn. Good night, Orange. Did he just hit him with his junk?
I don't know.
Just me that saw that? I mean, I know it was supposed to look like he used his knee, but...
Ishii just still sitting there. Oh, man. Hilarious.
I think he said something, because King was laughing at Ishii. Did he say something,
No,
King?
he didn't. No, he didn't. King was just...
No, he's just sitting there scowling the whole time.
Yeah.
Might have to go make me an affogato. Did you just miss your own finisher? There's too much going on right now. Tap, Roddy, tap. Oh, God, everybody fell into each other. Yo, I saw this tattoo today, bro, that was from this artist in Italy. And it was a Squirtle. And it's so hard to describe it, but, like, they colored outside the lines, if that makes any sense, you know, like a watercolor. And at the bottom of it, you know how, like, on the bottom of a bag of chips, there's these little circles that have all the colors that they used on the bag so that they can tell, like, if one of the colors is fading or not.
Right.
So at the bottom of the tattoo, they had the perfect circles of every color that the artist used for the tattoo. And it looked so damn cool. I was like, how have I never seen this? I've been looking through tattoos, like, people's tattoo artists, you know, their portfolios since I was 15 years old, and I've never seen anything like it, and it was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that chair collapsed on him, dude.
Oh, did it?
He barely made it over the ropes. The chair completely collapsed.
Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up on Twitter a little bit to see what's going on with wrestling Twitter, but yeah, let me dial back in a little bit.
Roman Reigns' finisher.
Is that Roman's finisher?
It's his guillotine. I don't know if he's used it in a while.
I was gonna say I don't know. I wouldn't know anyway.
I think that's what he beat like Sami Zayn with. And Sami Zayn going through some stem cell therapy, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see what it was for? Is it neck, back? I didn't.
They
I didn't
said
see.
it was for years of nagging injuries, which is very believable.
What up, Zach Clouds? It's the Butt Nation. Takara World. I definitely indeed believe we're getting a major heel turn by Ricochet after he's smiling in the ring with Ospreay and hits him with the Rico family. That's where you're going with it? Okay, Takara.
Maybe. It's possible. Looks like, we got a little Jay White here.
Oh, shit.
Or it's Pac. It's...
Oh, okay, I thought that was just now. That was just like a replay. So, I've had like a story playing in my head since we were doing the predictions here. And I'm thinking that Adam Cole shows up to help MJF, trying to pretend that they are still friends. And I think Ricochet shows up to help Will Ospreay. Just the North American Championship match that those two had was insane. It might be a little early to run that back. Maybe you wait a little while for that, but that's just what keeps playing in my head is Adam Cole trying to pretend he's still friends with MJF. It'd be funny too if MJF like beats his ass every week, like it didn't happen every time.
Yeah.
But the Bang Bang Gang. I think it's pretty safe to say now they're not going to be using the Bullet Club name anymore. They haven't said Bullet Club Gold in a long time. It's not even on their shirts anymore or anything. Hey, Takara World with the subscription. Thank you very Takara.
Yes, thank you.
We greatly appreciate that. I think Takara may have just helped me discover where all those emotes are coming from. I finally got to see the outline of the border, the barrier for those emotes. I know what else shares that barrier now. Okay. Thank you, Tech. Oh shit, it's Willow! Yeah, I remember the first time we saw Willow, weren't we? We were there, it was in Philly, and I think she debuted on a dark match or something, and we were just like, wow, that chick's awesome. Like, she just had it, you know what I mean? How we always talk about having it.
Yeah.
Right away. The reason they're not using the name Bullet Club Gold, I believe there is a lawsuit somewhere. I don't know if it's coming out of Japan or if it's coming out of WWE. But somebody, I believe,
on commentary. What is he?
He is. That's funny.
He's just sitting there.
Oh, that's right, because he's her partner, right?
Yeah, he's her partner tomorrow, but it's still just really funny.
But yeah, there was a cease and desist somewhere, I believe, Zach, and they were just like, "Fuck it, there's no reason to fight it. We don't need the Bullet Club is basically dead anyway."
What are you talking about?
What?
There's a cease and desist for the Bullet Club name?
There had to have been for them to immediately stop using it.
Doesn't New Japan own the name?
Let's find out. What was it? Let me look it up.
If New Japan owns the name, there's no way New Japan told them they can't use Bullet Club Gold.
That's why I didn't think that was the reason.
Creepy Uncle Jeff when he sees Harley. Oh man.
Harley! I'll be honest, wasn't as amazing as I was anticipating. Looking up the reason here. Do. Somebody said that one time Renee accidentally said the gangbang gang.
Yeah,
There's no way.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find that story that I had found. Huh. Yeah, they even removed all reference to it on the roster page and on all the graphics. Everybody's noticed, but I'm not seeing a reason why. Yeah, there's not really anything mentioned of why. Huh. That's funny. Renee's funny, yeah. I don't think she did that on purpose, King. Oh, shit. Wasn't that, man, that was somebody's finisher. That move Harley just did where she put her foot on her face and like fell back?
Yeah, I forget. I think it might have been someone's. I don't remember that.
Was it Gail Kim? I think it was Gail Kim from TNA.
Maybe. I don't know.
I love that though. That move's awesome. Might have even been... No, it wasn't AJ's, right? No. I still gotta say, I can't get over how good Harley is in the ring. Like, she's not amazing or anything, but I always thought, because they were just parading her around as like the pretty blonde in the group, I thought she was just maybe mediocre. She's decent, you know what I mean? Like, she's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gail Kim, the Eat Defeat, that's what it was. Thank you, Nat. One, two, three. The Doctor Bomb. I love Willow's music too. Just the horns. I love it. Alright, where's Stat and Stokely? Where's the Stat and the Stoke? The Stokelander connection, where are they at? Thought for sure they would show up. Still 1-0.
Oh, I have to check.
2-1 Phillies.
Private Party are the official MCs, all in.
Yeah. Zach, this was taped right after Dynamite on Wednesday, so Dynamite and Collision were back to back. My guess would be Rampage came first, do you think?
I don't know, I was the Private Party.
They look good.
Oh, LaQuisha.
This is LaQuisha, come on. Yo, it's LaQuisha. Oh, shit. Oh, let's go.
Tag champs.
Alright, Sammy looks fucking awesome right here.
Thank you, Lexi. I mean, these past couple of weeks have been crazy. We have faced every obstacle you can name of people trying to stop us from reaching our destinies. But today, here we stand, the new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions.
Look at Dustin double belted up.
Sir.
Dustin 2 belts.
But just know, we are not coming alone,
Or
right?
Dustin dual belts. Haha.
Undisputed Kingdom drug us to hell. So what do? We spot face.
Hmm.
We're not coming alone. All in tomorrow. The Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, the natural Dustin Rhodes, and we are bringing the legendary.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Shibata.
I think tomorrow, Wembley, you honorary Texan.
Howdy, y'all. At Wembley, I am going to lasso as a win. See what I did there?
See what I did there?
Howdy, y'all.
Oh, man.
So what, are we about to get a 10-man? We're about to get a 10-man tag for the fucking 0 hour, that means. Because Dustin and Sammy said they're bringing the Von Erichs and then Shibata. So it's going to be a 10-man tag on the 0 hour.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. What's up, Mickey? Yeah, I am tired. As I said earlier, I'm halfway through it was actually a pretty rough week. I actually worked a lot of extra hours.
I'm going to run to the kitchen real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, so I had work it's currently, obviously I'm on the East Coast, so it's 8:33. I had work at 5:30 this morning, and then one of my terrible employees didn't show up tonight. So after we wrap here, I'm going back into work. So yes, admittedly I am tired, but having a good time though. It's been a pretty good show. The go home collisions always feel a little light. I feel like the Dynamites get a lot of extra attention, but I mean this has still been pretty good. Where is Kat? So Ash is currently recovering. She's fine. She's recovering from surgery. She needed a spaying, so she's kind of quarantined to one room for the time being. She's doing really well though. She'll be back. You'll see her again, but she's doing very well. But that's why she hasn't been here this past week. She's upstairs resting, but she's pretty much healed up. But we're gonna kind of keep her quarantined in our bedroom for another week, just to be safe. Rome needs to take a nap. Yes. Well, I did catch 30 minutes today. I got home from work around 2 or 2:30. And I put on the Eagles game, the preseason game, and obviously it's preseason, so no starters were playing. It was all 15th stringers, and that game was pretty terrible because it was preseason. So I fell asleep for 30 minutes there, which in hindsight I'm really glad I did because I thought I was going to bed right after we wrapped this show. Not the case anymore. So yeah. Yeah, King. Sammy, Shibata, Dustin, and the Von Erichs. That's going to be a really good 10-man tag. I don't know who they're facing, but I'm sure I could imagine. It'll probably be the Undisputed Kingdom and, Beast Mortos. It'll probably be something like that. So what is everybody's food plans for tomorrow for All In? It's always a big deal, getting the right fit, the right food. Not gonna lie, it's nice having a pay-per-view at noon Oh, we're back. Got a nice little video package with MJF and Ospreay. That's gonna be a great match. Oh, it's also okay. I think it's just an all-in promo in general because we got Britt and yeah. Okay.
DJ battle.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mickey.
Gashibata.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mickey, it's kind of how it works. I mean, being the boss, it just kind of happens. Like, I have people, but some days you just can't find anybody. It is what it is, man. You know, it's the life.
That's a saying on my dad's door in his office. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's just like, well, you know, I have days like today, so that way I can have good days like tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yep. Bro, so I didn't tell you. So after I came back from my paternity, my boss had taken her the week that I returned.
Oh, wow.
So the day that I came back is the day that she started her vacation.
Oh, that's weird. She should have waited one day.
Yeah,
or
definitely.
Or at least
because for the entire week, nobody had anything for me to do. They were like, "We don't know what you're supposed to do now." Like, basically, my position had been eliminated, but they were like, "Don't worry, you're still here. We just have to find another, something else for you to do."
That's funny.
So, like, the guy who was in her place was kind of like, "Are you able to keep yourself busy for the week until she gets back?" And I was like, "Sure." So I just pretended like I was doing stuff for the week.
That's funny.
And then this week, what they've got me doing is there's somebody who claims that, like, "Oh my God, I'm so swamped, I can't finish everything." So they took his work and split it in half and gave me half of it. It's like 2 or 3 hours worth of stuff to do, and I'm like, this dude's bullshitting them. But I'm not gonna call him out because he gave me only a little bit to do, and it's supposed to be like an entire day's worth of stuff. And he kind of like, it's kind of like wink wink nudge nudge, and I totally got it. So it's like me and this dude can just ride this shit out, I guess.
Find different job. No, Mickey, this works. What I have now it works enough.
Yeah. Rome's in the hospitality business, I used to be. We chose that life,
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, no, actually, I would argue that the life chose me, and then I was just very good at it.
It does kind of just happen.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where it's like I just ended up being very good at it, so.
There's always that point where you return and you're like, all right, I'm making this decision now.
Well, it's just like I was just so good at it, I just kept making more and more money, where it's just like, I mean, I would argue, I wouldn't say I make great money, right? Like, I'm not going to share my salary, but, like, I wouldn't say I'm making great money. Don't think that I'm, like, some dude who, like, drives a BMW and has, like, 100 watches and I fucking, like, have a nanny or something. Like, no, like, I don't make that kind of money. No, my wife and I both work full-time jobs to afford a regular house in Philadelphia. But...
Yeah. I don't know where you live, Mickey, but being a librarian or working at the movie theater, that does not pay the bills around here.
I wasn't going to say that, but that does not.
Not even close.
No.
Oof.
But
that that's a point of college back 15 years ago, and it still seems to be the problem now. The price of an apartment or a home is astronomically insane. You could be working a full-time job 40 hours a week making $15 plus, and that's not enough for these single bedroom apartments here that are like across the street from us over here. A single bedroom apartment is like $2,000.
Right.
You can't even afford that on a full-time job. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Your local library requires a master's degree? That's crazy.
And $9.50 an hour.
Well, yeah,
Oof.
that too. Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. I actually knew a guy that worked at the library for a little bit. It paid really well, but they didn't have a lot of hours. He was making like over 20 an hour, and this was actually like a couple years ago. So this was like before inflation and everything like really took off. Like it was probably like 2016, 2017 he was working there. He was making like 21, 22 an hour. Which is really good money, but they only scheduled him like 4 hours a week. Or like maybe like 8 hours in a week, and it's like yeah, I might as well just go make a job that's paying half as much, and that way work more so I can get enough money.
Yeah, this match is fire, King. That kick to the stomach just now through the ropes, that looked awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I actually wrote a paper in college on, like the teacher asked, like, I forget what his question was, but it was somewhere along the lines of like, what would you do to fix the world, essentially? Mm-hmm. And my thing was every city gets divided into a grid system based on the streets, like the blocks, you know what I mean? Like looking from above.
Like Philadelphia.
Right.
It's very much.
And
yeah.
What am I eating? So I'm eating an affogato. That's a scoop of ice cream with a shot of espresso poured over it. My thing is every grid would be given a rating depending on crime and median income.
Okay.
Right? How much the apartments and rentals are allowed to charge.
Oh, okay.
So if you had a very low income area that had a lot of crime, you're not allowed to charge $2,000 for rent. You know, that's got to be down in the $900 to $1,100 range. And then let's say that square that had that low rating, if you can reduce the crime in your area and start raising the median income rate in your area, and you get a better rating, you can start raising rent. And that gives an incentive for people to make their own neighborhoods better and to, like, you know, reduce the crime in their own neighborhoods.
Right.
So as the crime goes down in your neighborhood, your rating goes up, and you're allowed to charge more for rent, you know?
Yeah, okay.
And it's hard for me to remember the whole thing, but I wrote like a 6-page thing on this. And my teacher actually liked it so much. This is when I was in Vegas in high school, and my teacher was like, "I'm sending this to our congressman, Harry Reid," and my teacher actually like sealed it up in a letter to Harry Reid and sent it. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Nothing ever came of it, as far as I know, but yeah.
Yes, guys, we are doing a watch along. Oop, hit my camera. We are doing a watch along tomorrow. I know that Jeff kind of wanted me to start at 11 because I don't think he's going to be here by 11.
No, so speaking of which, I'm not going to have a vehicle to get over there. So Sherry and Jenna are going to be possibly needing the vehicle the time when I would come over. So we're just going to have to do it our normal way like we do here.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, then we'll be live at 11 a.m. tomorrow, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I'll make sure I get some sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't have to start early at all. We'll go right at 11.
Yeah, I think 11.
I've seen some people even doing noon. I think that first hour is going to be a bunch of nothing like it usually is, but I'm not sure.
Oh, man, last year for All In, they did stuff during that first hour. I don't know if they're going to do it again this year, but I think, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, though. So we can assume it'll be 11, but if it turns out where they like flat out say nothing until noon, maybe we'll start at noon. Maybe.
Well, we wouldn't know because we would be live at 11.
Yeah, they would be telling us now, right?
Yeah, no.
we'll just do 11. 11's
We'll
fine.
do it at 11. It'll be a hangout. Like, look, join when you can, but we'll be live at 11, talking All In, being excited, enjoying the 0 hour. All In starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. So you know, well, the point is, be ready by 1. You know, but we'll be.
You think it's going 1 to 5 Eastern?
Yeah, probably 5 or 6. I mean,
I think they're doing 1 o'clock start.
But I would also push back and say that if they do the TV rights stuff, the media scrum may be very important. So perhaps we stay live for the media scrum post All In. I don't know how likely that is, but it's just something to keep in mind. If they do the TV deal tomorrow, there's obviously going to be a lot of questions to be asked about said TV deal.
Yeah.
Will we be in London? No, we won't be in London. Christopher Leclerc, Sky Blue. I miss Sky Blue.
I know.
God.
I think she's still injured. She just broke her ankle not too long ago, man.
For a while. She's not going to be back anytime soon.
Sucks. I've never seen anybody get injured being on the receiving end of a splash like that. That was odd.
Yeah, it was rough. That's one of the freak accents. You can't help it.
Yeah, her ankle was just like, nope, I'm out of here. I don't know why I just thought of this, but did you see the video from Brazil of the guy stealing that old man's phone? So there's surveillance video of this, like, you know, just a young, you know, whatever, just runs up on a guy on his phone and steals his cell phone from him and starts running away.
Yeah.
The second he turns around and runs down the street, a bus just absolutely obliterates him, dude.
I did see that.
I was like, I have never seen more like instant karma in my entire life. It was
know what was really crazy? I saw this crazy video today, and so it was a convenience store, right? And there are these two guys, and the one guy is distracting the clerk while the other guy is stuffing bags with like food. Like, it's just they're clearly, I think they look a little bit on the younger side, but not super young. Probably like maybe like late teens, early 20s. But so they're ripping this guy off. They're taking this food while the other guy is distracting him, making a big scene. A guy walks in with a shotgun, and you think that he thinks that they're holding up the place, so he's coming in to be the hero. No, he's robbing the place. So he turns the shotgun to the clerk, and the other guy runs to the back where his friend is, and the two kids actually knock out the fucking robber.
Oh, wow.
So what happens is, I guess the one guy had a skateboard, so they go down the one aisle, they roll the skateboard down the aisle, it hits the counter, the gunman looks to his right, and when he looks to his right, the two guys go around to the other counter and jump him from behind, and like they're like kicking him, and they get the gun away from him, right? And then they take the gun, and they give the gun to the store clerk, and then they grab their bags of the food that they stole, and they run out with the food.
Oh, jeez.
So, like, they robbed him still of his product.
Yeah.
But like they were like, no, we don't need you to get shot today, or like they were still like, there was a level of human decency where they were like, we could have very easily ran out the door with the food, but we decided to do the right thing and then run out with the food, which is not the right thing.
That's funny.
And
that was a good match, very good technical wrestling match.
It was very enjoyable, yeah.
5-1 Phillies, let's go, JT Realmuto.
Oh, was it a grand slam, or did they
3-run home run from JT?
Home run, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Zach's got to pick up his daughter from a friend's house. All right, drive safe, Zach.
Yes, drive safe.
Oh, I can't wait for this Will Ospreay versus MJF match. Stott and Castellanos were on base. There we go. Man, I wish I would have thought about it far enough ahead of time to get a suit like MJF's for tomorrow. Damn. You know what? 4th of July. I might have to see what I have. You ever seen my Christmas suit that I have with the Christmas lights on it?
Yes.
I think I have one that's like 4th of July. Long-term storytelling, by the way, here. The Tiger Driver. Remember when he sold that move and it looked like he was dying in the ring? Mm-hmm. And everybody thought that shit was real? Long-term storytelling. Danielson comes to Will and says, do it. Mm-hmm. Do it. all better off you not having the suit. I don't know about that, Nat. I don't know. What was that robot that was just flying?
I don't know.
Was that the Mandalorian, maybe?
No, I don't think it was the Mandalorian. Admittedly, I know it was a Disney Plus commercial, but I wasn't like fully engaged with it. I was just kind of staring.
Yeah, I looked up and I saw like it was either a robot or like a silver Boba Fett.
If it's a silver Boba Fett, it was the Mandalorian.
It wasn't shiny though, you know. I don't know.
I don't think Mando is like super shiny. If I
didn't see enough of it. Say, whatever happened to my... I used to have a lightsaber. Friends. I think I put it away somewhere. Alright, this collision is not going by as fast as the Dynamite did.
No, I mean, admittedly, it's not. I think it's been a good show, but again, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, like, it's kind of unfortunate, but these, and I said it, I think when you were gone, but I think these go-home pay-per-view collisions, like, they're kind of flat sometimes.
Especially when they're recorded, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, though, like, the Dynamite go-homes are always so good, but then, like, nothing makes Collision feel more like a B show than the pay-per-view go-home shows. Because it's like, I guess it's because the pay-per-view is like tomorrow, so it's just like, hey, we're just doing some matches tonight to get your appetite wet. And it's like, okay. But I just feel like not a lot of consequence happens on these go-home collisions. I don't know. It is what it is, but...
Oh man, I could go for a Panera Turkey Bravo sandwich right now. Gotta say though, I miss the old days of Panera Bread where they had like 15, 16 different types of bread baked every day and you could go and like buy them by.
Yeah.
Now it's just like another Wawa type
what do we got going on here?
Order sandwich.
Creator Pro. Who's training at
Oh,
Creator
shit.
Pro? Stokely instead. Trained by the firm recipes. He just poured water into the ring. Get in your booster seat.
What is she, an instructor?
Well, she's teaching Stokely how to wrestle.
Let's go, Stokes. Stokely with the dub.
Everyone thinks that this is fun and games, but no. Stoke and I are in it. You doesn't matter, because they're all in. We're going to knock you down the head and embarrass you on the biggest show of the year. Might come out. No.
Okay. That was good.
That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, Mickey, probably.
There you go. Wear some colors that are reactive to them black lights. Ooh, Civilization 7? Is that what you're
Yes, they have announced Civ 7. Yeah, I think they showed some gameplay at Gamescom last week. I think I saw some of it. What is this mask? Kid Lycos.
I was just about to say, what am I looking
What
at?
is this guy?
Kid Lycos 2? There was a 1?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the is this is the Squeakquel.
Dude looks like a furry. Nothing against furries or anything. This ain't Ring of Honor, Stoke. There we go, stat. Get him, Stokely. Oh, God. Bet that felt good. Stokely with the spine buster. Oh, and an F5 from Statlander. And then a Dr. Bomb. Dude, Statlander straight up hit him with an F5, dude. I like Stokely's outfit. Yeah, referee's discretion, you know. If the woman attacks the man, I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, I would rather it be where it's not a disqualification because I think mixed tag matches are actually fucking stupid because of that rule. So I approve of them not DQing it. Oh.
Yeah, referee's discretion. I'm cool with it.
I don't think it's necessarily a disqualification. It's kind of like a pulling of the hair kind of rule where it's like, hey, like get out of the ring, get out of the ring, get out of the ring.
Yes.
1,
Agreed.
2, 3. I don't think you can't punch them. I just think WWE never had the guts to do that.
Like, I think if Stokely had hit the female with a big old finisher, maybe DQ, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, technically that is the rules, Nat. They just kind of bend them because Statlander's a beast. Well, I mean, I don't think they're being inconsistent. They've never DQ'd in a mixed match. I think we've only had like 3.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever. I've never seen a DQ from a mixed match, mixed tag.
Yeah, but like Rome said, it's just one of those like hair pulling, like the ref's just gonna yell at you and count to 5 type thing. Even though he didn't do that, but it was just still like a, you know, the ref was like, "Come on, Stat, really, really." Tony Storm. Ooh, there's a countdown after the show tonight.
I'll be at work when it starts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, where's Luther been?
He went through a table. Mariah May put him through a table.
That's
Off the
right.
stage.
They threatened it. Okay.
I get your point, Nat. I mean, but it's preferable to me for them not to do it. So I'd rather them make the correction.
I like the interaction, so.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like is the girl didn't really get any time.
It was watching. So.
Yeah, the AMC host doing the Tony Storm video package. That's nice.
Corporate synergy. We love the corporate synergy.
I think he's done it before too.
Yeah, he has been involved.
Oh. Man, that was a brutal beatdown. The toughest tits.
Well, it's kind of sick. It's like just taped up. He doesn't even have the eye patch on. It's like it's just taped up.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's cool.
It's like really sick, actually. I don't think I've never seen that before.
I've never seen anyone do that either.
Fucking dope, actually. I can't lie.
I'm digging his shorts too. The camo. If I'm wearing shorts, they're usually camo. That does look cool. I've never seen that. Huh. That guy's Penta mask is horrible.
Let's just make that the canon Penta. Like that's Penta out in the crowd.
Who are we facing? The Bad Apple, or are we facing
Big Bill.
the Big Bill? Big Billiam. The show's dragging. It is going a little slow, but it's not bad.
Yeah, no, I kind of actually agree with Brand. Again, it's like I said, these go-home collisions for some reason are just really lacking sometimes. I think it's because they're saving all the big fireworks for tomorrow, which is, I guess, cool. But again, like especially like with both these shows being taped on the same day, it's like you would think they'd split some of the really good build-up from Dynamite and put it on this collision. Like, I thought Dynamite was excellent this week. It was fucking really good. This is just like, again, to be fair, I'm exhausted. So I don't know.
What do they call him? Tall William?
I don't know.
What the heck? So, I'm noticing something weird happening. So, on the railing, when we see all those people standing there, when someone's doing an entrance, all those people standing there are running down from their seats from somewhere else. The front row is not who is standing up and getting up on the rail.
Yeah.
If I was sitting in that front row, I would be hopping out of my seat and stealing that spot every time. Huh. Hi, Chris.
And the rest of my gang alone forever. I don't think there's any way you could justify it. And I get you say it's last fall.
All I'm going to say is in real life, if Tall William punched Young a hook like that, this shit would be over.
Yeah, maybe.
I know it was like an open hand for wrestling, but man, he just uppercut. That shit would have knocked his head off. Look at the size of this guy.
Well, I mean, maybe he's a really tough guy, you know, that hook.
I mean, yeah, there's a limit though. This dude's 280, maybe 300 pounds of just muscle.
Big Bill, that's interrupted, Johnny. You think looks like we made this tomorrow? Look at that.
Oh, here's something we missed, maybe because we were talking over it. Earlier in the show tonight, when they were talking about the Casino Gauntlet match, Tony Schiavone on commentary says that the Casino Gauntlet winner can cash in for a world title shot anytime he wants.
Oh, so they're going to have the chip thing
So
to cash in?
So it's going to be a Money in the Bank situation. All right, well then here you go. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Danielson wins tomorrow. Swerve beats Danielson at Wrestle Dream. Hangman cashes in and beats Swerve that night.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Bam.
That's great.
Book it.
Yep.
Which I'm all for. Here's the thing. My agenda, right? My agenda is Bryan Danielson and Hangman Page should combine to be the world champion for the next 20 years. Well, I mean, that's not true. I would like to see Orange Cassidy win the belt as well. But yeah.
I don't think we have that much longer with Danielson, man. I know you like.
Well, that's why.
like
That's what I mean when I say like Danielson can hold it for a little while and then Hangman for like 19 more years. Well, Orange Cassidy as well, as I said.
You don't want Tall William as your champion?
No, I don't think so.
What about the Bad Apple?
Definitely not that geek. I don't think there's many guys who have stock has lowered more for me in AEW than Brian Keith. Most wrestlers, when they sign with AEW, I would argue that at least for me, their stock rises. Brian Keith is the one guy that this guy signed with AEW and then became the biggest fucking loser in the world. Like,
I really, really enjoyed his
Bounty Hunter, yeah.
The Bounty Hunter gimmick. And
very cool.
I didn't even get 2 or 3 weeks out of it.
Very demure, very mature, very mindful, not mature, mindful. As the kids are saying these days. No, Brian Keith.
Hangman's the protagonist of the company, though. Yeah, he's just going through some things, you know.
Nat, I would love to slap Jeff, but Jeff has backed out, and we will not be doing an in-person watch along.
Yeah.
Probably because he knew I would slap. In fact, slap the shit out of him. He said, "Hi guys," in my presence. I probably would have kicked him out. I would have kept the curlies, kept the live stream on, and I would have said, "Jeff, go the fuck home."
I would understand.
Hangman is, in fact, the protagonist of the company, which is why he should be the champion for the next 20 years.
All right, I'm going to run to the kitchen again since I could care less about this match or the commercials.
That's very true. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I know, Nat. He backed out. I can't control Jeffrey Vegas, unfortunately. He's just too old, you know.
Hangman might be the Stone Cold of AEW. really good comparison. I like that.
I think Hangman's better than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hot take.
What?
Hot take.
That's my goat, dude.
That's fine. He's absolutely he's very great. He's one of the greatest of all time. Hangman better. In every way. In every way, Hangman is better than Stone Cold Steve Austin. You can hate me. You know, people hated Jesus too, and he was right. You know what I mean? So like, you could hate me for saying that, but I don't regret saying it. Who cares?
He's like, I regret nothing.
I absolutely have zero regrets saying that Hangman Adam Page is better than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Tell me in one way Stone Cold Steve Austin is better than Hangman Adam Page. You can't. You just can't.
I mean, just career accolades would be all I can
Yeah, but
give
that's
you.
not fair. You can't say...
They're both great on the mic. They're both great in the ring.
I think Hangman's better than Stone Cold on the mic.
No, I can't.
He's got more range. Stone Cold is great, but he just does the Stone Cold thing. I've seen Hangman go out there and do promos where like I thought he was going to actually legitimately murder somebody. I've seen promos that were like lighthearted and hilarious. I've seen the down on his luck depressed Hangman promos. The happy-go-lucky drunk, the champion when he was like very happy. You know, it's like he does it all. I have never seen Stone Cold Steve Austin have a promo on the level that Hangman has done promos about Swerve Strickland. Haven't seen it. Link it to me, send it to me. I haven't seen that Steve Austin promo that hits like that. So when you find it, you can send it to me. I'm not saying Steve Austin's not great. He is one of the greatest of all time.
Ugh.
But the only thing, as Jeff pointed out, the only thing that Steve Austin has over Hangman is that Steve Austin has already hit the end of his historic career, so he has the accolades, sorry, not the decent Disney Plus show that Jeff hated, accolades to back it up. That's the only thing he's got going for him.
Oh man, Stone Cold versus Hangman. Yeah, I'd be in heaven there.
Exactly. Like the only thing Austin has is the catchphrases and like that type of stuff, like the buzzwords and like the beer stuff. Like that's great. Like it's great, but like it's not. It's all It's all flash. No. Like you know what I mean? It's all sizzle. No substance. It's like I go to a steakhouse and like, oh look how sizzly this steak is. It's like, well, how does it taste? It's like, well, it's nothing. It sizzles.
They're already talking about Stone Cold at next year's WrestleMania.
Sizzles. It's like, all right, why not? I don't need a steak that sizzles. I need a steak that fucking tastes good. That's divine. You know? Stone Cold is old as dirt.
Yeah.
I mean, in their primes, yeah, that would probably be pretty decent. A pretty decent storyline, Stone Cold and Hangman. But, like, yeah.
Stone Cold versus Rome. Book it.
Yeah. Exactly. Austin is recognizable. The one thing that Stone Cold Steve Austin gets that Hangman doesn't is that Austin came up in the business during the biggest boom period of the industry it has ever seen.
Yeah.
And may likely never reach again, unfortunately. Like, pro wrestling in the 90s was just really cool. And it wasn't just because of any one guy. Like, yes, it was Austin. Yes, it was Rock. Yes, it was NWO. Yes, it was DX. Yes, it was, like, Undertaker. Like, it was a culmination of all of these things. Sting, like the Attitude Era and, like, that. Even for WCW, like, the 90s were just really cool. And then, like, the Monday Night Wars, obviously, really cool. But, like, I mean, like, that's the only thing Stone Cold has going for him is that, like, he's very ingrained in pop culture because of the time that he was a star.
Oh man, is there still a Jeff Jarrett match? Oh, how is this match going so long? Oh, as I speak, he taps out. Actually, Nat, I find it the opposite. When I was younger and I told people I was a wrestling fan, they looked at me like I was crazy. Now they're just like, oh, you watch WWE? And I'm like, no, AEW.
Yeah, but the point still is, like, back then it was cool to like wrestling. Everybody liked wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, when I was a kid, like, if you liked wrestling, like, you were talking with all your friends about wrestling. Like, not all of my friends like wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, out of all my friends, I think it's like you, and then like my other two friends, just they don't really watch anymore. I mean, like they like AEW, what they're doing, but it's just like they're just like, yeah, pro wrestling just doesn't do it for me right now, no matter whether it's good or not. And I'm like, that's understandable. Both Forrest and like one of my other friends, but like
yeah, I used to have PE first hour, and we had like a group of we'd all get there and just sit and talk about wrestling from Monday night.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one that was like the channel flipper. I would flip back and forth between WCW and WWE depending on what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just like it's not the same anymore.
Nah, yeah.
Hey, Bo, cool leg warmer.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
New tubes today?
No, my apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable...
Okay, that hairstyle needs to come back.
It's only progressive with renters insurance. Like they're
I'm talking about flows, by the way.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were talking about. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it makes Flo look older. Like, she looks really.
She does look a little older, but I mean,
really
she's
old
been
in
doing
that
those.
commercial.
She's been doing those for like 15 years now. It feels like.
Hell yeah, raise the middle class up. That sounds good to me.
You're the only one that knew Umaga's music. Yeah, people think it's fake. I know. Once the UFC came out, it was pretty obvious that it was fake, and you just kind of had to have the old suspension of disbelief. Exactly, Nat. That's what I tell people now. I'm like, it's scripted, but nothing about it is fake. Like, they're still landing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they're still hurting themselves and each other.
Yeah, that time I Tiger Driver Jeff off the roof. Like, guess what? I fucked his back up. He had to stop doing
still to this day.
He stopped the contracting job and everything. He couldn't do it anymore. Like that's not fake. That's real. That's real, brother. Although that wasn't scripted either. I just felt like doing it. So I guess maybe that was a bad analogy, but it's okay.
Hey, what? No way. Literally a repeat of my last notification. JT Real Muto, 3-run home run. Bryson Stott and Nick Castellanos on base.
Really?
8-2. The same 3-run home run, same two guys on base. Exactly, Nat. Exactly. I try to show them videos of the table stuff, and I'm like, look at this. I don't care if the table has a slice down the middle of it to break away. I'm like, you're going to tell me that's not going to hurt? I'm like, you're out of your mind. I used to try to say, like, they're performing, like, live. You know what I mean? These guys are like stunt doubles from movies doing everything live in front of you. It's crazy. Oh, you found a clip of it?
Yeah.
Send that to me.
The home run ended up in their pool. I guess they have a pool or like a waterfall.
Yeah, there's a big waterfall out in Kauffman Field.
Uh,
It's kind of crazy. I lived in Kansas City as a kid. I think I've mentioned that once or twice. I forgot that I had been to that stadium until I was watching the game the other night. I was like, I've been there. I was like, oh shit. There was I forget his name, but the guy that was the first baseman when I went to the game, he was up to bat, and I was like, yo, hit a home run. And he literally hit a home run. I have like a specific memory of that. Uh-oh, baby alert. Oh, here comes Davari. He said jabroni. This dude is jacked. Jesus.
Bree woo, bree woo.
Yeah, the crowd's going crazy for Jeff Jarrett. Everybody's got their fucking fingers up in the air.
Fuck in my world.
I thought that match with Jeff Jarrett and Danielson and the Owen was going to be his last match. I don't know why I thought that, but
I don't know why you thought that either.
just seemed like a good place to call it quits, you know.
No.
You lost in the first round, bro. Time to hang him up. Dude, Ari's really good in the ring. I'm a big fan. I like the premier athletes being kind of treated as a team now as well instead of... I guess they weren't really comedy, but they weren't really treated serious.
Jeff Jarrett. Oh, man.
He's thinking around the same time as Danielson now.
Jeffrey Vegas is retiring. Thank God.
I wish I could retire. Oh, my boy. Who's torturing my boy? Stop torturing the boy. Last thing you saw was Statlander's tag match. Anything important?
Some recent
No.
video packages, but no. This has been a very fillery collision, admittedly.
Kick him in the nuts, Jeff.
Yeah, nah, that's the dream, you know?
I did, Nat. He was like, motherfucker. That's why I was like, kick him in the nuts, Jeff. He's having a blast. I don't think he thought the crowd was going to be as hot for him as they are.
Oh, they're extremely hot for him.
Yeah, he's loving this.
I think they're singing. I think they're singing Double J, like one of Jeff Jarrett's like older songs when he did that gimmick in WWF. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they're just doing Double J. Double J, Double J. That crowd is crazy for Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. Like I was saying, people were even commenting on Twitter like, my God, this crowd's been here for 3.5 hours and they're going bananas for Jeff Jarrett.
That's awesome, though. Jeff Jarrett deserves it. I know we give him a hard time because, like, the whole team TNA and how he's just kind of there. But, like, you know, like, Jeff Jarrett deserves a lot of accolades.
Absolutely.
One of the best Jeff.
And remember, this crowd has already sat through Dynamite and this first hour and a half of Collision.
And Rampage.
And possibly Rampage if they did it before.
They taped Rampage as well, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm wondering if they did it before or after Collision.
I would have done it last. I would have been like...
That, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Last.
But they could have done it, like, before everything. Like, an hour before Dynamite, even. Double J is a national treasure? Yeah. I say that about Taz. Taz is a national treasure. He got the Hangman and Danielson rub. I just think one thing that's pretty cool about Jeff Jarrett is, remember when he was first signed, everybody was like, what the hell? And he's just kind of proven everyone wrong at every turn. It's just always been great with him. You know, sometimes the Satnam Singh stuff, not the greatest, but when it comes to, like, just Jeff Jarrett, I think they've knocked it out of the park. That is true, Nat. That is true. He's already...
Who, Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I remember him wearing that hideous suit to accept his...
Yeah, when AEW eventually has their own Hall of Fame, which I really want them to do. But I want AEW's Hall of Fame to be like the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like, it could be people that were like never in AEW. That's what I would want.
It's restored my joints without just temporarily masking my symptoms and without scary side effects. When you can find
Except for that street mustard. I thought I liked that street fight, didn't we?
I think I liked that.
I don't remember. I thought we thought it was
I
good.
remember
though.
liking the first half of it, but the second half really...
That's right. I remember. Good point. Hey, 10-2. Let's go. The bats are awake, Rome.
For today, I need to see him keep doing it. It's great. It's great for today.
Hey, listen. The Royals bats are waking up. I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
Rojas scored.
JT
Trey
Romito
Turner
has
single.
6 RBIs today for the highest since 20.
Yeah. 2 3-run homers. Once Karen got involved, yeah. Yo, an arcade just opened up over here by us, a couple of miles down. 60 pinball machines, dude.
When I was on vacation, we made a stop in Atlantic City for a day, which was actually pretty terrible all around overall. Atlantic City's really falling apart, but we stayed at the Showboat, which Showboat's weird because like it was a casino, but they gave up on the casino. So it's like they had like a huge arcade, but the arcade was like kind of closed when we were like there. But they had like a pinball room, so we went in to play with the pinball machines, and that was pretty decent.
Nice.
They had a really nice collection of pinball machines.
Yeah, this place was awesome. It was $15 an hour, and it was unlimited games, so you didn't have to like pay per game. It was cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
The first machine I played was Elvira. I was a huge Elvira fan as a kid. My first game. Skee ball? They did not have skee ball. I used to love skee ball as a kid. There was a arcade in Las Vegas on the Strip that I would go to that had like the tickets to get stuff. And with skee ball, if you hit like all of the hundreds, you could win crazy amounts of tickets. And who was working there was a friend of my brother's, and he was like, "Bro, just run up there with the 100." He's like, "I didn't see anything." And I literally took every ball and put it in the 100, and I got like 50,000 tickets. I think it was enough to get at the time. I think it was the PlayStation 1. What was like the PlayStation Plus version of the PlayStation 1? Wasn't there like a slim version of it?
Yeah, there was.
I think that's what I got. It was like the PlayStation 1, but the console itself looked a little different than the original.
Right.
But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I think you said it was a slim. It might have been a PS2, to be honest.
I was really young, so I can't imagine the PS2 was out yet, but maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. God, this crowd
Let me see,
loves
what
Jeff
was-
Jarrett.
Yeah, for real. They got the Acclaim things. Oh, man. I should have been doing it. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the PlayStation 1 Slim.
Interesting.
Okay.
I don't quite know
That's-
why Jeff Jarrett had a go-home match on this pay-per-view, pay-per-view go-home show, but I'm glad he did, because it was a really nice little thing, actually. It might be the highlight of the night, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah. The original PlayStation was called the PlayStation. The Slim version is when they came out with the PS1. So that's what it was. It was the PS1. Oh, my screen froze. I'm back. Do we have a hologram match now? Played pinball and how long, Nat? That's my jam. I don't play it often, but recently I found there's like new pinball machines that have come out, and you can scan your phone on the machine, and it automatically like logs you into a nationwide point system. And I did it on the Godzilla machine when I was in Indiana a few weeks ago, and I took 3rd place across the country for the month of August. I don't know what I'm in now. I think last time I looked I was in 4th place, but I'm assuming I have dropped down, because I did it like on August 3rd, I think was when I did it. And it's been 21 days since then, so I'm imagining I've dropped down, but that was cool. They had a couple of those machines here tonight, but I wasn't doing very well tonight. I didn't even come close to my record. Oh, Jeffy wants some pizza.
I had no
Pepper
idea.
James. You're the one that hates Papa John's, right?
Yep, despise it. Disgusting.
I'll say I haven't had it in 20 years.
Me neither. I don't plan on starting now. Shit's disgusting.
Download Rocket Money today.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash. DealDash.com. Online auction since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This.
You guys see the ocean has claimed another billionaire sacrifice? Man, nah, I think that was a hit. I bet you that yacht got hit by a fucking missile. You're telling me a billionaire's super yacht goes down and nobody makes it to a fucking rescue boat and that shit got hit by a fucking missile.
I don't know. Rich people pretty snooty. It's very believable that they didn't know how to take care of themselves and survive.
Dude, it requires an entire crew of people to run one of those things.
So maybe the crew weren't paid enough, so they left.
I guess. I'm sure there's some sort of explanation, but man.
Bingo! How you gonna celebrate a win? You gonna give everybody butterscotch candy?
Jeez, excuse me.
With DraftKings, new customers bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets in a month of NFL Plus.
The mast broke and took the ship down during a storm.
This is our summer drink. Diesel that's on the rocks.
Oh, most people did survive? I thought everybody was done. That's good to hear.
Maybe they're about to announce some more of the matches for the 0 hour. Let's see.
Let's say only the important people didn't survive.
Oh yeah, there's the tag. There's the 10-man tag. Gates of Agony and Undefeated Kingdom. Okay.
Oh, look at the bus moving on the moving graphic. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, they only added one more match to the 0 hour? Really? Man, it's a 2 hour 0 hour. They have 2 matches announced. Admittedly, that is a little light.
Okay, Nat. What's our main event here tonight?
That's a good question. Oh, it's kind of lame. It's the match we already know the ending to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Blackpool Combat Club thing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Britt Baker looks great in that freaking graphic. I saw some podcast today trying to argue that FTR overall in AEW are failures. And I was like, that is the worst take I have ever heard on FTR.
That's silly. That is just silly. Just say you're not a fan of FTR. Or you're not a fan of AEW. Just say that. That's all you gotta say.
I'm like, I don't know if they were trying to make Triple H look good or whoever fired them look good in the E, but
they didn't get fired, I don't think, right? They let their contracts expire.
Yeah. Yeah, Nat, I don't know why anybody goes out on the ocean like that. Even when we go do the cruises, I always ask myself the whole time, I'm like, why the fuck am I out in the middle of the ocean? Mm-hmm. The ocean is almost like it's designed to kill us. It's like, stay on land, you... you know what I mean? Like...
What the hell? Layla Gray didn't make the trip? I disapprove. It's your new valet. It's your new manager. You didn't bring her? She didn't come to Cardiff? Come on now. What are we doing here?
And no outfits? What, did everybody hate the outfits or something?
Well, yeah, you hated everyone in the chat hated them. I didn't hate them. I thought they were fine.
I thought they were fine. I mean, I didn't think they were great or anything, but I didn't hate them.
Yeah.
I thought they were okay.
Apparently everyone else did.
They could have used a little work. Like, they made it look a little too casual.
I mean, they look like pilots. I thought they looked.
Like, I was thinking maybe go a little bit more Air Force with it, like some Top Gun type. You know, since it's top flight, maybe look a little Top Gun-ish. But can you swimming? Can I swim? Yeah, I can swim pretty well, actually. We're not supposed to be out in the ocean. Like, everything out there either wants to eat us or kill us. It's like outer space. We're not meant to be out there either.
Also, Mickey, just so you know, you actually spelled Jeff's name wrong. I put in the chat how you spell it correctly.
That is incorrect.
Please make sure you spell Jeff's name correctly. He's very sensitive about it. He will try to act like it doesn't bother him, but it does. Thank you.
You'd rather get on a Boeing 740. See, that's even worse for me, Nat. That's like climbing into an aluminum can.
Well, yeah.
And launching it through the sky.
Come on, now. Of course Jeff doesn't want to get on a Boeing 747, because then he would find out that the Earth is actually not flat. But
well, I could show you the patent for the windows in the 747, which are triple layered, and one of the layers is curved on the inside to give the illusion of a curved.
Thank you, Mickey. Appreciate it.
Like, at least with the cruise ship, Nat, like, they try to steer away from storms. You're always somewhat near land on the ones I go on, anyway. And there's 1,000 life rafts around the thing, makes you feel pretty safe. When you're in an airplane, man, it's literally like just imagine an aluminum football. And you stuffing it full of people and just throwing it.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I wasn't listening to a word you said for the last 30 seconds.
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, good. I was just like, is he going on about the flat Earth stuff though? Because I'm like, I admittedly stopped listening.
Yeah, that shit's crazy how those astronauts are stranded. My first reaction was, how much food do they have? How much water do they have? Yeah. Get him. I mean, that was the whole point of what he did with SpaceX, is they wanted a rocket that they could just, anytime they wanted, they could just go. I'm not sure if they're there yet, but the goal for the SpaceX rocket is to be able to do a mission and then be able to do another mission the same day if needed. So, like, literally, they just land and refuel. That's kind of crazy. Not sure if it's there yet. That would be the key to interplanetary travel, to be able to land, refuel, and take off again, like in the video games, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be crazy if Starfield was real one day, a couple 100 years from now, just flying around, landing on some moons.
Hell yeah.
They're like, yo, let's go to Jupiter, bro. All right.
Well, Jupiter's actually a gas giant, so you can't go to Jupiter. A nice try.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll go to the one. We'll go to the one of the moons.
I was like, let's go to Jupiter. I was like, sure, Jeff. Sure, Grandpa. Let's get you to bed. Even 300 years from now, they'd be like, sure, Grandpa. Let's get you to bed.
They had one blow up recently. I mean, it happens. I think, was it Korea's that blew up recently? There was another one I saw taken off and blow up. That's right, we're not even close yet as like a human society to getting rockets that are like safe for. Not even close. I don't even think we've discovered the metal that we need to use for stuff. Unless we can mine the moon. We know that all the metals on the moon are all the very rare elements here. Yeah, I think SpaceX has more launches than anybody else too, though, Nat. What was that one company from, I think his name was Richard Branson? Wasn't like Virgin trying to do a space thing? Do they even exist anymore? Whoa, Leo Rush just popped up out of the spin. Or out of the swing. I never seen that. Yeah, right. You ever seen Bloodsport, Rome?
No.
No. It's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
It's like a martial arts tournament type thing, and there's a guy that does the monkey style. Mm-hmm. Leo Rush looks, it's almost like, looks just like him.
Nice.
That movie's so dope. It's funny that they say it's a true story, but like everybody questions the guy Frank Du. Everybody thinks he's a liar because it's just him telling the story of him going to the Kumite, and a lot of people are like, "That's not what happened." Pretty good for how old it is. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. That it's one of the first movies that I could remember sitting down with my dad and watching.
So WrestleTix just did an update for All In for tomorrow for the ticket sales. Seems like they moved about 836 tickets today. They're currently at 51,695 tickets distributed.
Ooh, that's a good number. That's a very good number.
Yeah, definitely. But it's also a good reason of why, as much as you want to see them run Wembley, it's a good idea to not do All In at Wembley every year.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously, the number is going to be a little bit lower if you keep doing the same venue.
Man, the wife's pretty upset that Forbidden Door's in London. Yeah, she's like, we're going. And I was like, no, we're not. She's like, we're going. I was like, no, we're not.
Yeah, I felt bad. I was like, damn, because that's the streak, and I was like, oh man, I was like, I don't think they're gonna go to London. So I asked. I was like, are you gonna go to London? It's like, because like obviously it's cheaper because you guys tend to drive and stuff like that. But like I was like, I don't know how they're doing it this time. Oh,
like 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna hold my mic for the next 10 minutes because my mic stand, it's
falling again.
Well, it stayed on for like a good 2 months, to be fair. So I don't know what all of a sudden just made it want to be like, oh nope, no more.
Well, see, the thing is, Nat, is driving to Canada is one thing, but the 8-hour flight to London is a whole nother story.
So it's not a monetary thing. You just don't want to like.
No, it is. No, it is the monetary thing. It's like a $1,500 plane ticket.
It's very.
Might even be more than that.
It's very true.
Driving to Canada costs like $300, I think, maybe in gas. Yeah, especially with the new car, bro. 10-hour drive. I had to stop for gas once, and when I got there, I still.
Okay, fair enough.
That's crazy. We're getting 33 miles to the gallon. It even tells me. I was shocked. sold the green jalapeno to her brother Aaron. Oh shit, that was badass.
Yes, Jeff. What the wife says goes. You're gonna have to fly to Wembley.
You're gonna have to figure something out, I guess.
You're just gonna have to make it work, Jeff. You don't make the rules.
Man, this kid's talent is insane.
Listen, I'm gonna get you these Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh toys. She can sell them off. You'll pay for the trip.
Right? The cups are worth crazy, dude. The cups are selling like crazy on eBay.
Yeah, well, they sold out very quickly. Like,
I know. Oh god, they just destroyed the announcers table.
Yeah, they did.
Another movie we would watch, Nat, is Under Siege. The first one and the second one. The second one on the train was my favorite one as a kid because I love trains. But the first one's way better. That was cool. Oh. Damn, Real Muto.
Really?
Yeah, he sent Wilson home.
Jawbreaker by Leo. Leo really wrestled a hell of a match here, guys. Realize what's on the line, what's at stake. The spot tomorrow night. Grand stage at Wembley Stadium.
Oh, that was sick. That was a belly-to-back suplex from Pac, but Leo Rush did a freaking flip and landed on his stomach. That was awesome. Oh my god, that was sick. Lean into that. Lean into the basketball thing.
For who? What, Top Flight?
For Top Flight. Like, he does that between the legs dribble thing for his frog splash. That'd be a decent character. Just like some athletes, maybe? I don't know. I guess we already have, like, the premier athletes.
Yeah, the Top Flight thing works. You just gotta like do it.
Drop kick him in the middle of the swing. Yes. Pin his ass.
It's really crazy because you know the Death Triangle is going to be this team in this ladder match.
Yeah.
But like, I totally would have picked Death Triangle to win if they were in it.
Yeah.
I really hope Tony Khan extends Ray Fenix's contract by that year. Make him sit at fucking home.
Dude, that Black Arrow is just as cool now as it was the first time I seen it. That move is insane. Oh shit, here comes the Father of the Year. The Patriarch. Christian Cage. Oh my.
Yeah, Jeff, we know.
Do me a favor. Prove the ignorant and learn how to speak proper English. You require the bonus. At least then, you'll be able to cheer for a real rugby team. That being said,
It's true.
congratulations to the three of you for qualifying for the London ladder match. There's no secret to anybody that I am the godfather of ladder matches.
Well, it'd be my business.
So I came out here to give you a little...
You gotta start saying that to Jeff. Sit down and shut up while I'm trying to conduct my business.
Sit down and shut your mouth.
Might start having more audio mishaps.
You have to have eyes in the back of your head. It can come from anywhere at any time.
Oh!
A well-planned attack by the patriarchy, wielding chairs. Christian Cage. But the greatest ring general.
Oh shit, is he getting hit with a concerto? So here's a question. Why would the Bang Bang Gang stop another team in the match from getting destroyed the night before? I guess just because they're supposed to be faces here?
They just really hate the patriarchy.
Yeah. Hey, they're grabbing tables. Let's go. We want tables. We... Oh god, the lights are out. Ooh, standing on the ladder, buddy, looks so dope. That's what I'm saying, that. Get out of there, Mother Wayne. Like, I am the table. No, no, sir. We are the table.
I don't know, Nat. That's not really usually the way Tony Khan does stuff. If he doesn't like swerve. Once he books something, he generally does it. So
yeah. I don't think anybody would have their feelings hurt though if the Combat Club and Pac don't make it to that match.
yeah.
All right, that's it. All right, well, I know you got to start getting ready to head back to work. Gross, that sucks.
Super gross.
Pretty decent show tonight. It dragged on a little bit, but, you know, it's the night before All In. We're excited for tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
We'll be back here tomorrow at 11 for the beginning of All In. You got anything you want to go over before we get out of here?
No. I thought the show ended really well. That and the Jeff Jarrett stuff was the highlights of the show. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, thank you everybody in chat for hanging out with us tonight. We will catch you guys. Oh, stay for Countdown? No, sir. No.
I gotta go to work.
Rome's got to go back to work. And I got a baby to take. Well, yeah, we'll see. But, you know. We will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for the pre-show for 0 Hour. Rome, go ahead and close this out.
So this has been a watch-along of the go-home show for Collision. Or the AEW All-In go-home show of Collision. Thank you to everyone hanging out with us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, all that stuff. Follow us on Twitter. Yeah, I gotta go. So I'll see everyone later.
All right, have a good one, man. All right, everybody. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. Top Guys, out.